Okay, shorty, 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 go to that bag, go to that bag, go to that bag, go to that bag, okay, shorty.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. It's great to see you here. It's nice to see that you've clicked on this video because we're about to eat some. Okay, we're about to make sure that we eat, do justice by food. Baby girl, shawty, we've got a mukbang and a story time for you guys because I love food. I mean, who doesn't love food? Whoever says they don't love food, they're capping. I've been running around actually trying to decide what I was gonna get. As long as it's food, you know, course is course. I try to get as much range as I can, but also my stomach is this big, so I couldn't like go all off. So let's just eat and let's just chat, let's just have a conversation. You know, we're all in lockdown, we all just like, you know, being forced to stay at home even on weekends, can't even go to restaurants. It sucks, but it's fine. Make sure that right now you grab whatever snack you have, whatever food that you have, whether it's amasi, no momto, whatever it is. Let's make sure that we eat together. I got some wings, KFC. I'm sure you guys know what it looks like, but I'm gonna show you. Because this is what I've been watching, a lot of mukbangs, and this is what they do. This is what they produce. This is the material we're working with. This is what we're working with. Looks nice. This is the sour cream. I asked them to add sour cream. It's beef tacos. So bang machine with regards to guacamole. So and I just took avo, smashed it, because I'm gonna need a whole lot more than that. Where my avo lovers at? For dessert, I got these. I went to Wars and I was trying to look for dessert, and this is surprisingly something new. I've never really seen this before. For those who follow me on Instagram know how much I advocated for this the other day when I first had it. Just make sure that, you know, it's not wine, but it'll do. So while we eat, right, I don't even know where to dive in first. I wanted us to chat, or I wanted to chat with you guys, have a little reflection with regards to my experience via the different stages in life. High school versus university versus basically where I am now. I guess we can call it adulthood. Whatever the ghetto, whatever this ghetto is called, we're gonna call it adulthood. Even though right now it's a bit messed up. I don't even know what I'm doing with these. let me bite into something. So guys, high school, huh? Let me talk about my high school experience, guys. I went to an all-girls high school in Durban, right? Okay, just to give you a summary of where I'm from. I am from a little like town, I guess you can call it, in KZN called Newcastle. That's where I was born. And pretty much, yeah, my mom had me when she was young, and then for like the small part of my life when I was like a kid, I lived with my grandparents. God bless these souls. I love them. They were like my, you know, my substitute parents. And then I eventually then moved in with my mom and for primary school. Then obviously the rest, high school. Went to an all-girls high school. It was amazing. It's doing the things, and I live for it. I'm not weird, guys. I like to smell things, especially when it comes to like sauces and stuff. In high school, I was very involved in a lot of like leadership positions and just in general activities. I guess because it was such a huge shift for me. You can just imagine from somebody who grew up in a township when they were small, right? When you look at like a township, like a black community, that's like your next door neighbors. You can literally go next door to ask for sugar. It's not even just like a thing. Like everybody, we know each other. We all chomies. Like we grew up together. Our families know each other. It's as if that the entire neighborhood is family. But when you move into the urban areas, right, it doesn't exist. Everybody closes their door. Nobody's welcome. We don't even know you. You might not even know your neighbors for the longest of time. So I wasn't really used to that sort of shift. So like a lot of times, obviously when I get home, I just stay in my room, just stay at home. So it was a huge shift for me. I was just really trying to get a hang of things. So like I needed some sort of balance to keep myself busy. I'm not the type of person to like coop up in my room. I don't really like that. I feel like I then start to sink into my room and become lazy. So yeah, that's when I got involved in a lot of activities. In high school, I did sports, my nigga. I did anything that had to do with the arts. I was there expressing myself. And I think like it really helped me like sort of like form an identity of myself, or rather just know myself more. You know what I mean? I forget what I mean, but just like getting to know myself through these different things that I was doing, because then I'd be able to see such things like my strengths and my weaknesses, things that tick me off, you know, if I'm good working in teams and all that. It was a very good, you know, self-development sort of situation. I don't know, guys. I forgot to tell you. How can I forget? Okay, cool. I was saying that in all these things, me getting into sports and whatnot really started to pay off, right? Mind you, while I was signing up for all these things, my mom would get so annoyed with me, right? Because then it would mean that she would have to take me to like my games. Like when I had like soccer games or basketball games, she would have to take me on Saturdays and things like that, or fetch me late even. So she hated it. She was like, Andy, why are you all over the place? Like, why every day you got something to do? Like, what's wrong with you? It's just her being a mom. But hey guys, the plot twist. The plot thickens. The plot twist is that my mom was telling me all these things, but right, I still continued because I'm very stubborn like that. When I want something, I go after it. And guys, senior year comes through. It's prize giving. It's our final prize giving, I guess. They're giving out awards and things like that. Does your girl not win like the biggest award of the whole entire event? Like I was shook. I didn't expect it. I won, like it's called like a best all-round learner, and I won that. Baby girl won that. I won the trophy. And this lady whom I call my mother not scream the loudest, saying that's my daughter. That's my daughter right there. She was out here now flaunting her daughter that she was complaining, saying you're doing too many things. You're doing a lot. I was like, my nigga, what? Is this you though? Is this you? Guys, I was shook, but I kept it in. But I was like, once I got in the car, guys, I got the trophy fine. She was celebrating, talking to other mothers and things like that, taking pictures. He got in the car, was like, hey, my nigga, what you mean though? What you mean that's my daughter? She's like, nah, I always believed in you. I knew that. I don't know, she was just coming up with some stories. But I think from then on, my mom sort of like learned not to quickly judge somebody or like not support them, because it really is something that could lead to something even bigger. But anyway, high school is a lot. Yeah. University. I go into university, guys. I really wanted to go to university, like as far away from Durban as possible, because I love the city, but goddamn, everything is slow here. Like I felt as though I wouldn't be able to grow more than I had already. You know what I'm saying? If I stayed in Durban, I don't really think I would have grown to the level that I would have wanted to. Like I like the challenge of going out there all on my own. Like, you know, the whole big storylines that you find in movies, the girl moving away, the university far away. I wanted that experience. I know that it was going to be scary. Literally had no family members. First year, we get into Rays. I was in a Rays in UCT called Gracia. Shout out to Gracia. That's where I met these crazy heads that I call my sisters now. Gugu, Gatlejo, Lebo, Pumi. Guys, there were so many friends that I made. Let's just start there. First year, you're gonna make so many friends. Do you understand when I say you're gonna make so many friends? Like, you don't understand. Like, you're gonna have a whole squad. Le, ayonale, is the one. Every time it's as if I'm biting it for the first time. Like I was saying, that's where I met like Gugu, Kat, and all my friends in university and the friends that I have now. Guys, hey, when I tell you the story of how I met these girls, hey, we literally met like first day, bruv. First day. How do you meet people first day and you just gravitate towards them like some other supernatural force? And then I remember very well, like we really were just like, we just gravitated towards each other as a group. A whole group of us got together. And then I remember that day, right, there was like a house party that we, like, one of us was invited to. I think Google was invited to. And yeah, we got together, we're like, should we go, should we not? Like, we were really just like, you know, so tame and just so innocent, like, should we go, should we not? But like, we really were just like so tight, like deciding together, like, should we not, and things like that. And then I'm not going. But from then on, literally from that day when we had to make that tough decision together, put our heads together, we literally stuck together. Like, cafeteria, we went to eat together all the time. Guys, it was the best experience. I remember the one time when we actually went to a party together now, right? Mind you, like, I've known these girls probably for a couple of weeks now. It's not at a point where, like, you know, your life can depend on these people. You're still trying to figure them out. You're still trying to figure out if these people are really down for you or not. And you can't really figure that out in a couple of weeks, you know. You need to know the person. But fine, yeah, Tina together, cool. We went to this other house party, guys, and mind you, also, I hadn't really, before university, I hadn't really like drank that much at all. I think if I ever did drink, it wasn't even like anything above like a glass or something. I never really was that person. I never really got a chance to. And when I got to university, obviously now you can just that my tolerance is below surface level. Went to this party, house party now, right? Now we're comfortable enough to just go to the house party together because we actually knew the people who were hosting the party. So we're there, guys. I was sitting there on the table, but guy, there was this like whole jug of like a punch, right? But it's mixed with mama gin. It's like a mojito punch sort of situation. So yeah, I was there sitting, chatting to the girl who was hosting. We're chatting, speaking, I'm drinking. I'm feeling fine. I'm feeling fine. Did I not stand up? And I felt like my whole world took a whole 360. I was spinning. I stood up. I was like, whoa. When did we start doing that? I was talking to my body. I was like, when did you think it was okay for us to do that? Huh? When? Was I not confused, guys? I was gone. And then that's when I started acting up. That's when, you know, you panic when you actually realize what's happening. Because I was fine all along. All of a sudden, now I'm realizing that, okay, nah, what's happening here? I'm a bit drunk, you know? So that's when I panicked. And then it actually took its full effect. Moving around, guys, I was happy. I was like, oh my god, let me go to the balcony. Guys, was I not just like feeling as if I could fly? My friends were like, nah, this girl has reached peak. She has reached peak, and Gugu and Gatleko was laughing. Let's start there. Gatleko was just dead the whole time. She was not helpful. She was laughing. And like her laughing, right? Okay, yeah, her laughing was making me laugh, and it was kind of like making me panic. Gugu was the upset one, very much motherly and trying to take care of the situation, telling Gatleko, stop what you're doing. You're gonna make her worse. We're there in the bathroom. She's trying to get me to drop. She says, sis, you need to throw up. I'm like, what? What did you say? I need to throw up. Guys, I hate throwing up. Like, I hate the gag reflex sort of situation. I hate that thing. I would rather go number 2 than throw up. But she was like, no, you need to throw up right now. I was like, I don't know how to do that. She said, stick your 2 fingers down your throat. I was like, what you mean stick my 2 fingers down the throat? Guys, imagine telling this to a person who's drunk out of their mind, paranoid as hell. She tells me, I was like, guys, no. I was freaking out. I was like, guys, what if I swallow my fingers? Gatleko dies. She's like, yes, says this girl. She is finishing me. They were all like laughing at me. I was like, why is everyone laughing? This is a serious situation. I want to get out of the state. Gugu's like, say no more. She literally, this girl, mind you, again, nah, she doesn't know me that much. She knows me, but that's when I knew that this girl, she's a real like ride or die. She was like, you know what, fuck this, you are my friend for life now. She literally took her 2 fingers, stuck it down my throat. Imagine sticking 2 fingers down the throat of a stranger. The amount of, she was like, nah, this one needs, it's an emergency situation. It's like the 2 fingers. Did I not throw up? I threw up. Guys, I appreciated that moment so much. From then on, like, again, we grew even much closer, all of us, as a gang and things like that. And from that moment, I feel like it was like a low-key, it was a pact. Low-key, that moment, that bathroom scene was a pact. We were like, okay, now this has happened, you stuck with me for life, bitch. After I've done that for you, you ain't going nowhere. So many other things that we did as well, guys. University, guys, whoever is going to university or is in university in that sense, like enjoy those moments. Like first year, I know that like you guys are not getting like the full experience because, you know, corona and things like that, which sucks because I feel like everybody deserves that first year experience, that full experience. And I just want you to just like enjoy that moment. Like don't try to rush things through, live in the moment. Like just try as much as you can. It's gonna be one of the best times of your life. Just be out there, try, but be cautious obviously with the people that you allow in your space. Like think critically, don't just, you know, be hanging around with whoever. You need to scope who's there for you, who's really gonna ride for you. And yeah, just have fun, man. We had Ashanti Thursdays. There was this other club called Ashanti. It went down, like people would literally leave as the club was closing. Guys, yes, people would leave there and go to campus. Understand? Campus. Like because they had to attend a lecture or they had to submit. Guys, I remember I did that. I'll leave. In as much as when obviously we progressed through, academics starts to weigh in a bit, you know, it starts to be a lot. And it can really like play on your mental states as well, because your marks really do affect you. You know, you start to realize that this shit is real. I need to make sure, because also there's a lot of racks that your parents or whoever's paying for you, it's a lot of racks on the line. And you failing a year is not just you can just repeat. It's like, you know, yeah, you can repeat, but like there's a lot of at stake, and you also just like sort of feel as though it's very easy for you to feel as though your peers are more ahead than you. You feel like you're behind with everyone and things like that, because you're all together, and like it's really like we all sort of like intertwined with each other's lives and things like that. So there's a lot of pressure that you carry with having to balance your social life with your friends, but also trying to stay focused in academics. Also guys, I had like the best experience in university because I also got to tap into the business side of me with my friend Lego. We were at a point in our lives where we found ourselves in having made it to housecom in our raise, right? I think that's when the idea sparked, right? So we were each obviously part of the committee, and we each had a portfolio and things like that, and we had to plan an event. Well, Gatlaho had an event, and she had asked me to help her plan this big party that we were going to have in lower campus. We really wanted to make it a big thing, shake things up, because the year before that and pretty much years before that, I think the best party makers were men, right? So we wanted to change that. We wanted to show them, like, you know, it's some new bosses in town. So we got together, we literally were like, we're gonna plan this party, right? And we had such a small budget, guys. If you knew how much smaller of a budget we had compared to all the other residences, it really was just so sad. But we made it happen. Like, me and Gatlachos are like we big hustlers. Like, that's one person that I know like matches me in terms of like hustling stuff. So I feel like at that time we were like a perfect match in trying to combat this Operation Takeover Loa. So we created a party. We really had an idea with the little resources that we had, but we were futuristic with it. We were like, we're gonna create a whole different experience. Music video. We created like a promo video. We had a whole concept. We utilized marketing, guys. We have this concept. We're gonna make it look fire. We're gonna have a whole videographer. Shout out to Lutabo at the time who came through, and made our vision come to life. Guys, it was fire. No, that video, like that whole experience was fire, and that's when it sparked between me and Katlego. I wanted to say Katlego. Me and Katlego, it sparked. We were like, yo, my G, are we doing this or what? We're like, now we're doing this. We're going in, my boy. So yeah, that's when we decided we're gonna start Plug Promotions. It's a company that we had started in university second year, and we were like, it's a second year, yeah, towards second year, going into third year, because then we would be coming out of our positions to go into another type of raise. So then we had more time to be able to do this job. So then we went out there scouting at different residences in lower campus, so the ones that would have like first years and things like that, first years and second years. We went, we scouted, we sold ourselves. They knew us via our event, Antidotes and things like that, so they were down. They're like, Antidote was dope. We got, I think the first raise we got was Kopano, obviously Croatia. We went to Tugwell. It was fire, guys. We really were catching fire, and we were like, we're gonna do this thing. soon after, guys, we were collaborating with nightclubs, with my Jade, with my shares. Guys, we were having meetings with the big dogs. We were like, we really in this thing. While we juggling school, we were feeling like bosses. Oh, cha. Absolutely love iced tea. Tea in general. That's my dog. That's my dog. Life now, guys. Life now is a bit of a scam. Like it's a lot of a scam. Like, how do I get out of here? Like, what's the cheat code? Somebody tell me what I'm supposed to be doing with my life, because what the heck? University sucked in terms of academics and just like mental health, but at least there was some sort of structure. I knew that I had to go to lectures, wake up every day, go to lectures, submit things, you know, do all these different things. I had some sort of a schedule that was put out for me, even though obviously I had to manage my own time. But at the end of the day, there was things to do every day. Okay, early on, right, when you're starting, it depends on obviously which career you're chasing and things like that. But for a good chunk of your time, you're gonna have those moments where you're like, what the heck am I doing with my life? Like, you don't know what's happening. Again, there's that whole thing of you guys being in the same circles with your peers from university, and you're seeing so many of your university friends like doing things, and you're like, am I doing it right? How come they're at that point? And you're like, no, you can't help but like have that sort of like how can I say, view, or just like see those things happening, and sort of just like wish that, okay, cool, I wish my life right now at this point, a car, apartment, weighs all of that, a job, weighs all of those different things. Like, I'm very fortunate enough in being, obviously, have gotten a job and things like that, but I'm just speaking in general. There's a lot of people who haven't gotten a job, or it's hard for them to get a job and things like that because of just the unemployment rate here in South Africa, which is really, really bad. As time goes by, you sort of, again, you develop yourself and you're able to now adapt to this new environment. Like, it's gonna be tough at first because you're entering a new stage in your life, a new environment. You're gonna have to then adapt and sort of like play the game. And you need to hustle in these moments, especially when times are tough and things are seeming to be against you. You need to learn how to be a hustler, like a real hustler, as we should. Wrong pipe. Ah! Woo! Ah, I'm dying. Yes. Not now. Not now. I need to make it through to my birthday. I'm still too young. Ugh. I still need to buy my dream car. This is it. If you guys can see. That's diabetes right there. Hell no. I guess my takeaway message in this video is that, you know, life is beautiful. You know, life is amazing. Obviously, in its beauty, there's ups and downs, there's positives and a lot of like negatives. Like, there's moments where it's really, really dark, but then when it's bright, it's amazing. Like, in that moment when you are experiencing like that shade of light or this huge burst of light in your life, it really is amazing. And that's just what makes it so beautiful, going through the experiences of having to discover yourself, who you are, getting to love unconditionally and wholeheartedly, getting to make friends who genuinely love you and have good intentions for you, appreciating families, sort of like forgiving, you know, getting to the stage where there were certain things that you might have gone through in your life and you finally have reached a point when you can forgive, heal, and just like progress with those type of relationships. And, you know, being mature with every single situation that you can, you know, reaching that point where you're like, you know what, I am ready to move past this. Stepping into a new spiritual realm. Maybe you've just discovered that, you know what, I want to get closer to getting to know God or whoever, whatever religion you may be believing in. I think it's just such a beautiful moment in our lives, all these different stages that we get to encounter. It's just so amazing. Like, if you look at it holistically, if you just take a moment and just appreciate all those ups and downs, just having the ability to feel, my guy. Good job. Just having to feel, where it be pain or whatnot, just feeling that. It's just, it's overwhelming. It's all so worthwhile, and it's just such an amazing thing that we all get to experience life. Yeah, not a lot of people get alive, you know. A lot of people get to make it to this point in their lives, and we are just so lucky and so blessed and highly favored by our Almighty God for. Guys, I'm so dramatic. Look at me being so sentimental, and then I gotta do all that. This mukbang was a lot. I'm sorry. Bye. Thank you guys so much. I'm gonna see you on the next video. And yeah, guys, I can't wait. Hopefully soon my birthday vlog is gonna be coming through, depending on what they say on the news. But otherwise, it's coming either way. So stay tuned for that. Okay. Anyway, road to 4K. Make sure you press the subscribe button. Like. Comment. And share. Peace out.